Hi folks, welcome back to MetaBox Tutorials. In today's video, we'll explore how to filter posts by a date picker custom field on the front end with MetaBox. This feature is super useful for websites that display events, cinema schedules, or any posts related to time, where users need to find items based on a specific date or within a certain time range. For example, on a movie booking website, users often want to check which movies are showing between two dates or on a particular day. That's exactly what we'll build in this tutorial. Let's get started. In this tutorial, we'll create a custom post type to manage all the films in our cinema schedule. Each movie will have its own details, such as genres, show date, and showtimes, which we'll store in custom fields created with MetaBox. So I recommend using MetaBox All-in-One, which includes the framework and all extensions, such as MB admin columns, allowing you to display each movie's schedule in the dashboard. Next, MB custom post type is to create a custom post type for movies. MB views is for creating a template and displaying the filtering feature. MB builder helps create fields for saving movie information such as genres, show date, and time slots. The last one is MB group, which organizes custom fields into user-friendly groups. As I mentioned, we'll start by creating a new custom post type called Movies to store the films. Each movie will be saved as a post in this post type. Now, go to MetaBox, Post Types to create a new custom post type for the movies. After publishing, you'll see the created custom post type here. Now, we'll create some custom fields to store information for each movie. These fields will include details like genres, show dates, and show times, everything we need for the movie listings. We'll make the movie schedule as a group to keep things more organized. The most important one in this tutorial is the date picker field for the show date. This is what we'll later use to filter movies on the front end. Now go to MetaBox, Custom Fields, to create a new field group. First, choose the Select Advanced field for movie genres. Add some choice in this box. And you can also enable multiple selections so that each movie can belong to several genres at once. Next, create another field called Movie Schedule, which contains the date and time information. Here, we'll use a group field to keep related fields together. We need help from the MB group extension we mentioned before. Inside this group, add a date picker field for the date, then go to the Advanced tab and set the min date option to today. This way, you can't select past dates. After that, select the time picker field for the time. Since each movie might have multiple showtimes on the same day, enable the clonable option for this field. The last one is turning on the admin column for this group. It's available when you have the MB admin column extension activated. Thus, I can quickly view movie schedules directly in the post list like this. Once done, move to the Settings tab and set the location as post type. Choose movies to ensure that the custom fields appear only for movie posts. Now, you'll see all the fields we've just created displayed under the post editor. You can now fill in movie details right here. The movie schedules are now visible here in the admin dashboard. Before adding the date filter, we first need to make sure that the specific page can already display all the movies. First, create a new page, especially for the cinema schedule. Next, go to MetaBox, MBViews, and create a new template specifically for this page. With MBViews, I get all movie posts by adding some code in the Template tab. This whole line is used to query and display posts from a specific post type, sorted by published date. Particularly, it declares that we'll get posts from the post type with this slug. And this helps fetch all posts in that post type. You can change the number to get the expected number of posts. Next, use this function to get the posts. Since we have multiple posts, use a loop to display all of them. Then, I display each movie's details, especially the date fields for later filtering. I simply click this button and choose the fields I need. After inserting all the fields, move to the Settings section to set where this template will appear. Set the type as singular and choose the location as the page you created earlier for the movie listings. On the front end, view the page and you'll see all the movie information displayed. However, it appears as a basic list without any styling for now. To make it look more visually appealing, we need to apply some styling. Back to the Template tab, add some div tags and classes for styling, and modify the code . And move to the CSS tab to add some lines of code. Now, the movie listings look much better. Let's move on to creating the search box and adding the date filter. Back to the template created by MBViews, let's add some code to display the search box and filter options for the movie listings. First, Add 3 date inputs from date to date and specific date. They let users pick days directly from a calendar to filter the movies. For example, you can choose a range of days or just one specific day to see which movies are showing. Each input has an ID, so we can later handle them in JavaScript. Next, add the Clear All Filters button to reset the date filters with one click, so you can start a new search easily. Turn to the CSS tab and add styles to make the search section look cleaner. It looks nice now, but it doesn't work yet. Next, we'll make it functional. In the template again, add this line of code to load the jQuery library to make it easier to write JavaScript for the filter later. And here I add this code to assign the date field value in this format to the DataDate attribute. Since both the movie date and the date filter input return the same year, month, day format, it's easy to compare them. Now, switch to the JavaScript tab. Add the main script to handle the filtering of the posts. Go through it in more detail. First, this part initializes variables for selecting the start date, end date, specific date, and all post items. When the user picks a start date, the specific date field is automatically cleared. Then, the end date input is limited. You can't choose a date earlier than the start date. If the start date is cleared, that restriction is removed. And finally, the script calls this function to update the filtered movie list. As the user picks a toDate, it does the same as before, just the reverse of the fromDate logic. It clears the specific date and adjusts the date limit. If a specific date is chosen instead, it clears both the start and end dates, removes any date limits, and then calls the created function to update the results. When the user clicks Clear All Filters, it resets all date selections to default, removes any date limits, and shows all posts again, just like before filtering. At this point, the script retrieves the current values of the start, end, and specific date fields, so it knows which filters are active. This line loops through each post item to check one by one whether the post should be visible based on the selected dates. We get the date value from the post's DataDate attribute. This gives JavaScript the exact date of each post to compare with the selected filters. Then, we set a variable to indicate that each post is visible by default. If a specific date is chosen, only posts with the same date are shown. Otherwise, if the post's date is earlier than the start date, it's hidden. Similarly, if the post's date is later than the end date, it's also hidden. After these checks, the script updates the display, showing posts that meet the filter conditions and hiding those that don't. That's all for the code. I've put everything on GitHub so you can check it out there. On the front end, Pick the date you want to filter, and then only the movies on that date will be returned and displayed on the page. That's the end of today's tutorial. If you want to learn more about how to play around with MetaBox and taxonomies, please watch other tutorials on this channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to us for more tutorials. Bye!